Hello, and welcome to the pet room. David Bradley here. I have been tormenting a disk drive. And it's funny, lots of times I seem to find the backup command does not like to work. But, I've had one of these drives that I have been, so I cleaned ahead and lubricated it. And it's been doing all kinds of wonderful things, but the backup wouldn't. So I said, well, you know what? There comes a time when maybe you need to switch, maybe the problem, because that's one of the things about DS string. I don't think it really tells me if it's on drive 0 or drive 1, from what I can see. So I said, well, you know what? I've got these two disks here. Everything seems to be working fine. I'm going to swap it. Once I have this one where it was in here. I have drive 0. Actually, they're both drive 0s, but I have the disk in here. It's all copied. It's all fine because it formats, it copies over. And I thought, well, maybe the trouble is there's something wrong with this disk. And because it's formatting, or it seems to be formatting, and then it almost gets to the end of the start of where it should do the backup, and then it says, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm like, Anyway, sometimes you just need to switch the disk around. So I waited till this one, which wasn't here, was copied and happy and good, and I stopped it all, and I swapped the disks. And see, I've been writing this program to torment things, and I've called it Rudy. And now I'm up to the 10th version of Rudy. And some have been because I've made a couple of errors along the way, and others keep on expanding it. So I've been telling it that it's initialized, and every time it does a disk operation, it checks for an error. And really, I should have used a Go sub, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing that again. Oh yeah, I'm doing that again. Oh yeah, I'm doing that again. Anyway, but I didn't. But also, the more times I save this program and the more I modify it, the fuller this disk gets. And this disk is only got 28 blocks free. So when you're trying to really test something, it's not bad to have the disk full, especially with the copy thing, because copy does it file by file. Okay, things are happening. It's doing the directory. I also put a pause in it so I could sit for a bit. Okay, so it took 13 minutes to go through. It's doing the directory. Do this formatting. It's funny, I don't think I saw the report that I put in there about how many attempts and how many errors and how many this and how many that. But that's okay. Anyway, right now it is formatting drive 0. And it's okay. I'll have to look and see. It's funny how, you think you got it all set up perfectly, and then you're like, oh. Because I really thought that I wanted to see while this was running, because it takes a while to run through, I wanted to see the numbers, the errors, the attempts, the time. Oh, there it is. Attempts, 2. Errors, 0. Time, 13 minutes, 59 seconds. Backup fail, 0. See, so I changed the disks around, and the backup command worked. So I think there was some sort of deficiency on the source disk, not the output disk. So far, this is looking good. Now, the other drive that I lubed and cleaned ahead and actually put a different motor in, it's another short. It doesn't seem to be coming around. I was running this late last night. I did a time lapse of disk head activity, which is cool. But it doesn't seem to be coming around. And who knows? I mean, there's so many things. Anyway, I'll try. Now, the nice thing about this is I seem to have this 4040 working. The one thing that, of course, I wish was different is that this drive that is working, the one I just popped in that I seem to have rescued by cleaning and lubricating, It says drive 0, and the other one says drive 0. And of course, it should, one of them, the one on this side, should say drive 1. Now, does this really matter? Well, it could. And here, this is one I just stole the motor out of. See, I could possibly swap the faceplate. I could indeed. But see, then the LED is attached. And the LED, I think what it would mean if I swap a faceplate, and really, does anybody on the other end who might get this really care if I have to splice a couple of wires? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. So I'll see. The other thing, and I have not ever really investigated this, is how hard is it to get this little thing off here, and will it survive? That is the question. Will it survive? Or will it be ruined in the attempt? There are some drives that, of course, are missing the little thing that says drive 0, drive 1. There are. So right now, this drive is copying. It's copying everything from D1 to D0. Not backing up, copying, because it's formatted. That was the mystery that I was having. This drive would format, it would copy, and then fail on the backup. So I thought, and there wasn't that much empty space on the disk. I thought, there's something weird here. Very strange. Very, very strange. So I swapped the disks so that the input disk would get a fresh format, and it seems okay. So now comes what should be the fun part of things, is I have to start putting things, marking things, putting things aside. See, in the whole thing of this picture, which I'm going to do, I don't want to lose things. I don't, because I have stuff here that is kind of, it's good to have it here. This bag might be too small. Yeah, it is. Okay. I will have to get a bigger bag. And here, oh, I don't need this big bag for this thing. All right. You know what? I've got to get more of these little bags. I do. All right. From pick 20. Anyway, once I'm all done with the picture, I want to be able to find the things that I have available here. I just saw a thing online about, it showed a picture of Einstein's desk on the day that he died, and of course it was a cluttered mess. And they think that cluttered desk is a sign of perhaps a genius. Can you imagine? All right. Let's see here. I do not need this. This is, of course, the cup I've been spraying white lithium grease into to lubricate things. And that's all good. So I think what I need to do is get some more bags, big and small. And at some point, I do intend to rescue the screws I lost. Okay. So that is copying. So this drive that I have rescued does seem to be doing Okay things. Now nothing in here is mounted. It's important that things be properly mounted. So I think also what I'm going to do is grab some sort of a bin of sorts and make sure I have things handy. What is this? Motherboard screws. Yeah, they're not all in this one. Where are they? Yeah, they are. Motherboard screws. Cool. Oh, look. An empty bag that supposedly has RAM chips. Well, it doesn't. But I'll put that empty bag in the bag that does have RAM chips. I'm here. Oh, yeah. Ow. There is the ever-dwindling... Oh, you can't really see that. It's in the dark. The ever-dwindling magic eraser. So what screws? 2031. Alright, gotta put that back together. And I think I have to get a 4040 motherboard screws. Cool. Okay, I think this is starting to back up. So I think I need to find some bigger bags. Oh yeah. Microwave screws. They should really go in my toolbox, which is a bit inaccessible because I have things on here, including, this is the drive. Is this the drive? What is this? What is this? Oh, that's right. The drive works, but the motor is bad and it's soldered. It doesn't have a nice connector. Oh. Now, can I slide that onto there and have it sit there? I can. And here is a box from things that I picked up to be able to go at and look at hard drives. But now I have to get and find the hard drives that I want to go at. Okay. So I move the toolbox. Open the toolbox. Oh, there they are. And you know what, I'm just gonna drop them in and close the toolbox. I don't know if there's much else that needs to go in there. Mind you, I could put all kinds of things in. Oh, yes, I could. So many screws. Oh, yeah. So many screws. And actually, you know what? Here are the security bits for the microwave. They can too go in the toolbox. I suppose what I could do, imagine that, this would be startling and daring, is anything. Okay. Oh, by the way, in this program, this Rudy torture test, I put in a time where it gives the drive a rest. 2031. Add. Oh, no, okay. This is a combination of things which I should separate because I will need the screws, but I don't need to have the RAM chips right handy. I do not. These are bad RAM chips. Bad. So this, and oh, what, and the counter I put in. Good. 2114. I have a count from 1 to 10,000, but I'm also printing it in the top corner of the screen there. So it takes longer, so it gives the drives a rest. What else do we have here? 4040 motherboard screws. I think there's a lot of maybe things. Oh yeah, 2040 case screws. These are the things. Yes, I must get more of these. And this solder is a beautiful thing, but it's too big for this stuff anyway. So I think it's gonna go in. Okay, things are happening. The toolbox. Okay, so now it is doing the whole thing again. So far, it has been going for 26 minutes, I think. All right, now here is an interesting thing, and it took some doing to get it out. But there's a cable in the VIC-20. It's funny. This one even has little scorch marks on it from when things got hot. This bag might not be big enough, but I'll try. All right. So far, everything is working here. And that is good. I just wish that the drive said drive 1. I know it's all cosmetics. And some people don't care. I guess the one other thing I could do, if I was so inclined, is I could just yank the one off the drive. The one that says drive 0. I could take that off and it just wouldn't say anything. Alright. Little cable. Little bag. Oh, more screwdrivers. I think for screwdrivers and things, of which I have lots here, I might find I had bins upstairs. Not like a whole toolbox thing, but just bins that I could put things in. Little camera tripod. Oh, and glasses. So many glasses. So many glasses. How are we doing on the charge? Oh, Rudy has sent me messages. I'm going to be working on my pet today. Alright, she's had a wiggly screen. Uh-huh. Alright, so yes, wiggly screen. I have one, I think it's a 4032 that has a bit of a wiggly screen. After it was on for a while, it went away, but I know that after it's been off for a while, when I turn it on, it wiggles. It does. That does not help me. It's funny. Andrew thought I should put this places. You can see him, so there. So this phone needs to charge more. And We have bags, little bags. Oh, I see more little bags. What is this? 2031 HP mounting screws. Aha, I will need them right here. We'll stick them in the drive because, yes, they mount differently. They do not mount from the bottom, they mount from the side. Now that is back together. That is good. That is good. Alright, headphones. Anyway, yes, there is much too tidy here. Actually, I suppose if I was so inclined, oh, what is this? Screws. 40, 40, 60, oh. Nope, there's nothing in the bag. Those have been used. Okay. Glasses, glasses, glasses. What is this? Oh yeah, another drive. Oh, it's filthy. It needs to be cleaned and lubed and retested. Oh. Alright, well anyway, you heard him say, here are the mounting screws for the 2031. And they have little washers on them. So perhaps I should attempt to get this all back together and happy. It is going to be a bit of a challenge because the drive itself well, it might go in, it might not. Oh yeah, that's going in sort of. Now, the drive sort of hangs a bit. So I think to get, like the front screw is in a little. To get the back screw in, I think I'm going to have to stick my hand behind here. Raise this up just a little. And get it started. And it does seem to be working. Well, things are happening over here. Alright. Now to the other side. By the way, if you haven't been watching before, this 2031 high profile drive was the very first disk drive that my brother and I ever got. And it has not worked in more than 30 years. And ended up, like most things, it was RAM, even though, I mean, it kept telling me 0 page. Which, but it really, it's funny. Oh, 0 page, yeah, 0 page, 0 page. But it never really said in any of the documentation what that might be. It did not. Okay, are the holes lined up? They are. So as you can see, things are. I've had it do. It's doing all kinds of things. Right now, it's doing a whole lot of directories. All right. I have. Okay, now it should be doing a backup. drive is secure. Now, here are the 3 screws that go on the circuit board at the back. And I'm hoping, and I've just pushed down in front, I'm hoping that everything just lines up and they go in. And they seem to go in. These are important because when you're diddling with the either an IEEE or PET IEEE cable, it is important the board be secure. Where is the last hole? Oh dear, I can't see it. There it is. All right. Good. So that drive is secure. Now I can put the screws over there. Now, is this still plugged in? I believe it is. So when I turn this on, let me just listen to that again. Is the drive spinning? That's a fair question. Oh, that feels awfully tight. Oh no. Don't tell me. Oh, now it is. Okay. There could be motor issues. It did not initially spin, but now it is. Great. Lovely. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. It's funny, this connector, which has these little two, there we go. Get the little Weasley things into their spot. There's little holes on the board where this extra connector is supposed to hold on to. And now we can put another bag in the bag of bags. And such. It's funny, you know, this thing I got here, I don't know if it's exactly what I needed. I think what I need to do is look at some older drives, so I might have to get another one of these, but ultimately, eventually this will be good. I have a couple of laptops that have gone a little weird, and I sent the boy to get looked at, and I have not seen them in probably 2 or 3 years, but I'm hoping they can come back and I can rescue things. All right. So, we are beginning to get things tidied. Still counting. They can never have too many sets of glasses, I say. And these especially for checking solder things and other things. I don't know what magnification these are. So this has now been tested for a good while. I think more than half an hour, but I'll leave it for longer. Anyway, these are kind of cool. I can look over the edge and say, oh yeah, how you doing? But if I do that, I can't see much of anything. Anyway, glasses are good. Alright, little pliers are good. Good for straightening pins. Solder is good. Sharpies are good. I'm not going to lose that because I've got to put other things in bags. Oh, right. I must reassemble the 2031 LP. I do believe I stole the 6502 out of it. Perhaps I'll steal it back, put it back together, get it all happy. Perhaps. Anyway, so starts the transition from workshop to photo studio. I will let this test. I'll let this carry on. And I will, well, I gotta get this table cleared off. And certainly my favorite lamp will move. And other things will be carefully set aside. Basically starting here, going over. I'm still tempted, of course, before I do all that while I'm working on things, to see about the dust on this. Yuck. And see, I didn't put a note on it, so is that all that's wrong? Well, I do know. But so far, this is looking good. Anyway, as I go forth, I will go forth. Alright. So we'll see you again as the transformation continues. And this will continue to run for now. Anyway, so this will be a transitional transformation. I still have things to tinker on, but I gotta get stuff moved. And I think I'll go look for a bin for the essentials. And more plastic bags, bigger plastic bags, freezer bags that will never be frozen. Okay, so this has now been, it's done 4 attempts, it's had 0 errors, and it's checking for errors most every time it does something. It has been running for 40 minutes, 27 seconds, and it has not failed on the backup. Why? Because I switched the source disk. I did. Actually, in the past, I have done things where it's like backups don't work, and it's okay. Let me just try copying everything. And I copy everything. And indeed, it ends up that the source disk has some sort of issue. And then I am brave, if I am brave, and I back up or copy, like format the source disk, copy everything back onto it to hopefully fix the bad spot. And then try and do it on a backup and see what's what. And, that's how you can rehabilitate things. Also, it's how you can find out if there is indeed a corrupt file or something on the disk is corrupt where a file is, then you can figure that out too. Usually during the copy command. If a file doesn't copy and something's not right, it'll come up with an asterisk. Oh, here's another thing I forgot. This is a disk notcher. And indeed, it had just a little bit of yellowing. Just a little bit. So I did actually leave it in the sun. And it does seem to be coming around. Let me look at it carefully. You know what, perhaps the next sunny day I'll leave it out again this way, with this side here in the up, because there might just be just a little bit. No chemicals, just sunlight. Alright, well, the drives are spinning. We'll see you again. From the pet room, David Bradley, signing off for now.